Hello, everybody, every pony. This is Top Hat Phony here, and I will be reading a one-shot today. Just a one-shot short story, which is the first I've done. I like the way that I've actually figured that, being that I'm not actually very good at consistency when it comes to uploading videos, that I should do really long stories. But you know, this is I'll probably do a couple more of these, but this is called When Can We Do This Again? Not to be mistaken for the title of an Owl City song, When Can I See You Again? Or whatever it's called. That's what I think of whenever I read this title, to be frank. But anyway, it's a story on fimfiction.net, and it is written by the fimfictioner called BloodyLastWords. That is BloodyLastWords, a capital B, capital A, and capital L, and capital W. There is no spaces in that name. You probably didn't need to know that, but you are welcome to that information anyway. I will link it in the description. And yes, without further ado, we will begin. It was a beautiful day in the market. The sun was illuminating the street and providing a wonderful scenery. However, one purple dragon had no time to enjoy the beauty that nature had gifted. He was on a mission of extreme importance. Snack assimilation. Alrighty here, let's see. What sounds good for tonight? Something from Sugar Cube Corner, perhaps? Or maybe something from a stall? I hate food-related decisions. After careful consideration and pondering of the implications his actions would cause, Spike came to an educated decision. Both. The young dragon made his way to Sugar Cube Corner first, to be greeted as usual by an enthusiastic Pinkie Pie. Hi, Spike! What brings you here on this super fantabulous day? Pinkie asked from the counter, an ecstatic smile spread across her face. Hey, Pinkie, I just needed to grab some sweets for the family game tonight. Family game? Tonight? That sounds fun! Pinkie jumped on the counter, further expressing her excitement at the mention of games. It is fun. It's something Twilight started a month ago. She said it will help me and Trixie get closer to each other as a family, since she is part of our family now. Oh, gotcha. Do you think it's working? An inquisitive look overtook Pinkie's features. Definitely. She's actually really cool and nice. Plus, she really loves Twilight, so she's good in my books, Spike said with a heartfelt grin. Anywho, if I could get a dozen chocolate cupcakes with strawberry frosting, that would be great. Absolutely! Pinkie reached behind the counter and pulled out the requested cupcakes from the display. It looks like I've only got 8 right now. But don't worry your little head. I've got another batch ready to come out of the oven in just a few minutes. Go sit down and I'll let you know as soon as they're ready. Okie dokie? Pinkie Pie then dashed off to the kitchens to attend her baking endeavours. Spike walked over to a table and plopped into a chair to await his order. As he did so, the doorbell jingled, signalling the arrival of a customer, who, on this occasion, happened to be Sweetie Belle. She was sporting a crestfallen frown and drooped head, whilst dragging her hooves in a depressed fashion. This was a stark contrast to her normal, bubbly personality. Something was wrong, and Spike knew it. Hey, Sweetie Belle. Are you okay? Spike called out to the white filly. Sweetie Belle jumped in surprise at hearing her name called out randomly. After noticing it was Spike, she glumly walked over to where he was sitting and sat in a chair across from him. Oh, hey Spike, she sighed. I'm alright, I guess. You guess? Ah, it's a long story, Sweetie said, dropping her head onto the table. Well, I want to hear it. How can I make it better if I don't know what's wrong? Spike smiled and slightly nudged his friend from across the small table. Okay, well, basically, Rarity kicked me out of the house for the day because I accidentally caught one of her mannequin thingies on fire while cutting a tomato. How? Don't ask. Anyway, I figured I'd go find the other Crusaders and play around with them, but Applebloom has to work on the farm, and Scootaloo is with Rainbow Dash today. They're at a concert for some band called Cult 182 or something. Excellent band. I can't blame her. Spike got an annoyed glare from the white filly. Ahem. Sorry. Continue. Well, Rarity doesn't want me to bother her, and my friends are all busy, so I don't know what to do. I'm so bored. Sweetie let out a pitiful sigh. It's no fun being alone. Aw, I'm sorry, Sweetie. Trust me, I know the feeling. You do? Yep. Before Trixie moved in, it was just me and Twilight, and she was always busy with research and studying. I was left by myself almost all the time. It's no fun at all. Oh, wow, no, poor Spike, Sweetie squeaked, running over to Spike, giving him an affectionate nuzzle. I feel bad now for complaining about my day when you've been alone for a long time. You know, you're always welcome to hang out with me and the other Crusaders if you want. Sweetie put on her best smile, earning a small chuckle from the young dragon. Thanks, Sweetie Belle. I'll probably take you up on that, but it's all good. I got used to being by myself a long time ago. But still, getting used to being alone sounds so sad. Order up, Spiky! Pinkie seemingly materialized between the two of them, holding a plate topped with a dozen cupcakes, making the two jump out of their chairs. Oh, thanks, Pinkie. Awesome, Spike said, dishing out the appropriate amount of bits. No problem. Have a fun night. And make sure to share those cupcakes with everyone. We don't want another crazy growth spurt now, do we? Pinkie laughed and smiled at the dragon before instantaneously disappearing into the kitchen once again. Whoa, those cupcakes sure look yummy, Spike, the white filly said, eyes sparkling in awe of the plate of tasty desserts. Strawberry and chocolate, Twilight's favourite. An idea suddenly struck Spike. Hey, Sweetie, would you like to come over for family game night tonight? It's really fun. Sweetie Belle's eyes popped open in surprise. Yeah, that would be awesome. But are you sure it's okay? I mean, I'm not really part of your family or anything. Of course it's okay. There's always room for one more of us, Spike said, sending his kindest smile towards Sweetie, warming her heart just a tad. Especially when that one more is one of my friends who needs something to make her day better. Thank you, Spike. That's so sweet. Well, I'd love to come over then. Excellent. Well, I'm just going to hit a couple of the vendor stalls before heading back home. Do you want to come with and pick out some snacks for yourself? And definitely. Sweetie felt like she was in a good mood for the first time that day. The two walked out of the shop, eager to complete Spike's snack retrieval mission together. All right, everyone. What game do we want to play? Twilight, the two ponies and the dragon in front of her. What are our options, Twilight? Sweetie sweetly squeaked. Well, let's see. Twilight began looking through the game shelf in the living room closet. They were standing near. We've got Monopoly, Cranium, which is my personal favourite, Clue. Trixie thinks that we should play Twister, the blue unicorn said, casting a suggestive glance at Twilight. Twilight's face blushed at the remark. Oh, well, maybe later tonight, Trixie, okay? Fine, if you say so. Anyhow, let's pick a game already. We could have another Super Smash Pony competition, Spike suggested. That's always fun. Pfft. Maybe for you two, Twilight pouted. You guys always team up and take me out first. I never win. Sorry, my love, but it's simply good strategy to eliminate the weakest link first, Trixie said, unapologetically. She's right, Twi. You suck, Spike chimed, nonchalant. All right. I get it. Let's just pick something else, please. Trixie likes Monopoly. The unicorn in question was sporting a confident grin at her own suggestion. Hey no! Spike got on his feet, pointing a claw at the blue unicorn. You cheat! I saw you steal from the bank to buy Boardwalk. Objection! Trixie is appalled you would even entertain the thought of her committing such a fraudulent act. Besides, I was the banker. I had every right to use the money in my bank. I planned on giving it back. Eventually. Forget Monopoly then. Any other suggestions? Twilight said, annoyed and desperate. Oh, I have an idea. Sweetie Belle spoke up, for the first time in the game debate, snapping Spike and Trixie out of their argument. Yes, Sweetie, please, Twilight said, more relieved than anything. How about hide and seek? It's fun and everyone can play. Sweetie bounced in excitement. Excellent idea. No objections? Great. It's decided then. Awesome idea, Sweetie. I haven't played that game in forever, Spike said. Trixie approves, but I insist on being the first to be the seeker. Deal. All right, Trixie, count to 60 and we'll all hide, Twilight said, motioning to herself and the other two to hide. Other two hiders. Blech. Yes, I know the rules. Trixie is starting. 1, 2, 3. The three of them quickly disappeared in opposite directions, seeking a place to hide. All right, quick, where to hide? Spike had run up to the old guest room, which had recently been renovated to become his personal bedroom. Under the bed? No. Behind the mirror? Definitely not. Aha! Spike was looking in the direction of his closet. Perfect. He flung the door open and dived in, somehow managing to shut the door behind him in one smooth move. Huh? That landing was softer than I expected. I can't breathe. Ah! Spike instinctively jumped in shock. Oh, Sweetie Belle, are you okay? I didn't know you were in here. Apparently, Sweetie said, taking a gasp of much-needed oxygen. Keep it down. I don't want Trixie to find us. Oh yeah, I forgot. Although the closet was small, Spike was able to find a somewhat comfortable spot on the floor next to the young unicorn. All right, let's just stay quiet and hope she doesn't find us, okay, Spike? Gotcha. I can't lose to her. I would never be able to live it down. 20 uneventful minutes later. Oh my gosh, what's taking so long? Do you think she just gave up on us? Sweetie asked. letting out a drawn-out sigh, laced with pure boredom. Possibly. Or she could be waiting us out, just provoking us to reveal ourselves. Do you think so? Oh, I think so. Well, Spike, in that case, we don't have anything to do but wait. Sweetie turned her body, switching to a laying down position. Spike quickly followed suit. The two remained there in non-awkward silence before Spike finally spoke up. Hey, sweetie, I have a question. Okay. What's up? Is it true what you told me earlier while we were shopping? I mean, about how you never really did anything with your family, ever. Yeah, unfortunately. My parents were always busy with work, and Rarity moved out when I was really young. Even though I live with her now, Rarity is always too busy to do anything with me. That's not cool. I totally understand, though. I've had a similar situation, to say the least. Yeah, I know. Maybe we should hang out with each other more often, Spike. The white filly immediately blushed, realizing the awkward connotation of what she just said. You're right. It would be nice having someone else around more often. Spike turned his head to look at Sweetie. You know, you could come over for our game nights whenever you want, or just come over for the hay if you want. I'll remember that, Spike. Sweetie Belle smiled warmly at the young Drake. So, now I have a question for you. Okay, ask away. Do you still like my sister? I mean, like her? Well, I mean, it's complicated. I still think Rarity is gorgeous, but I've kind of come to terms with the fact that she doesn't want to be with me. If you haven't noticed, I haven't been hanging around the boutique that much anymore. I've noticed. I'm sorry, Spike, Sweetie said, genuine empathy radiating from her. It's all right, sweetie. We're still friends and everything. It was just... Spike felt a hoof press against his hand. Just time to move on. I agree. Sweetie smiled sweetly and scooted a bit closer to the dragon. Spike's heartbeat picked up considerably. He was nervous, but in a good way. Hey, sweetie? Maybe sometime we could... Crash! What was that? Sweetie jumped back up in a flash, followed by Spike quickly doing the same. It sounded like it came from downstairs. Oh my gosh! Twilight! Trixie! They might be in trouble! Spike's instinctive protectiveness took over as he jumped out of the closet and ran down the stairs, full speed, Sweetie right behind him. Trixie! Twilight! The two adolescents froze in awkwardness at the sight before them. The two older mares were wrapped up in each other, lips locked on the couch. However, upon Spike's noisy arrival, the two instantly separated, blushing furiously. Oh, gosh, Spike, Sweetie Belle, sorry about that. Well... Twilight was struggling to find words, obviously still distracted by the mare next to her. What she means is, congratulations! You two won! Let's go, Sparkle! The two mares instantly teleported upstairs, followed by the sound of Twilight's door slamming shut. Well, that was awkward. Sorry you had to see that, Sweetie Belle. Note to self, no more hide-and-seek. The two looked at each other and burst into a small fit of laughter. Yeah, sorry this wasn't much of a game night, sweetie. It's okay. I had a great time, she squeaked. So, when can we do this again? Well, probably next week. We'll have another game night. Hopefully it'll be better. You should totally come. I mean, like, if you want to. Hee I'd love to. Well, I had better get home before Rarity starts getting too worried. Oh, okay. Bye, sweetie. Spike stepped closer to give her a parting hug, but was greeted with a pair of lips pressing against his own instead. Bye, Spike, Sweetie said, blushing madly. Before Spike could recover from the after effects of receiving his first kiss, Sweetie was out of the door and on her way home. Left in a love-induced high, Spike had one thought on his mind. When can we do this again? Well, that's it. That is the one shot. I hope it was adequate enough for you guys. And thank you for listening. The link will be in the description as per usual. And yes, thank you for listening, and I will see you guys soon. Toodaloo.